into the Eric Zane Show podcast, the daily show, where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Boy, sounding a little strange. Feel a little strange. My throat is, oh, God. I've had some kind of bubbling under of a cold for the last couple of days. And I keep, so it sounds weird. And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't feel the best. Can feel like, well, you can hear it. You can hear it sounds like I smoked like a lot of cigarettes before I started this, if that's even a thing. But welcome in. In fact, health has a lot to do with today's show. Excuse me. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Another negative COVID test for your old pal Eric Zane. That is now three negative COVID tests for your old pal Eric Zane. But as the week wore on, my brother-in-law, the NFK, approached me and he says, my throat hurts. I said, okay. Now, I had just finished up having this sore throat. No big deal. Okay. Now, and I had already tested negative. So, okay. All right. And he goes, I don't know if, he says, I don't know if I should go see your dad. And I go, yeah, that's totally cool. Totally cool. And then the next day he starts coughing. So we get to yesterday, Thanksgiving. Now, he's staying home. So he'll be home alone with the dogs. I got a couple folks coming over to take care of the dogs, because him letting the dogs in and out is not in the playbook. But before I leave, I go, hey, I'm going to give you a COVID test. So I get it all ready, and he doesn't respond. He didn't say, oh, okay. He just, and that's rare. Typically, you'll get something out of him. So I set this little, card that you have to, and then if you've never taken a COVID test, the home variety, they give you this little thing they call the card that you use to tell you if you have it or not. And then there's a little plastic tube with a screw-off top, and on top of the screw-off top is another little screw-off top. You take the big screw-off off, and you put this liquid solution that's in this sealed plastic container. You squeeze it into there. Then you take the swabby swab, and you put it on the inside of your nose and rotate it a bunch of times, both sides. Then you put it inside of the plastic deal, the solution, and you mix it up, spin it 15 times, like stir it. Squeeze the plastic to get any COVID bug sauce off of the swab. Pull it out, throw it away. Screw on the big top, take the little top off, which allows you to drop into this spot on the card. And this type of litmus paper or whatever is inside of the card, and you put 3 drops in there, and then you wait. And if you get 2 lines, you have COVID. If you have 1 line, you do not. I've tested several times, and I have 1 line. And you have to set the card down, come back to it in 15 minutes. Now, we are all literally putting our shit into the car to go to my dad's. Or Charity Scam Mike's, where everybody's going to be. And we all went. It was no big deal. But as we're just getting ready to leave, I look at the card. Well, let me back up. Problem number 1, when I said, hey, I'm going to give you a COVID test. No response. That's weird. Problem 2, I go walking up to him to do the swabby swab, and he goes to grab it. I go, I've got it. Because he can't. He can't. Him grabbing on that type of a little bit of dexterity you require to hold on to the Q-tip and jam it up your nose and do it appropriately. It's not, doesn't work. Oops, sorry. So then when I went, I said, I got it. He made this face like I did something wrong to him, like I just stole his birthday. Now, what I wanted to do was say, what the fuck was that? But I didn't. I was silent. So I do the thing, and I did the solution. I put the solution into the card here. We're getting ready to leave, and it's positive. He has COVID. Oh boy. So I go, and while I was doing this, I had my gloves on, like plastic gloves. I always wear gloves when I'm handling him, when I'm washing him. So I go walking back in there. I go, well, it's positive. And I think he was under the impression that that's a good thing. And he goes, oh, okay, cool. I go, no. You have COVID. You are COVID positive. And this look on his face. First fear and then rage. And he looks like I gave it to him, or like I went and bought COVID, sprinkled it on his food, and then he ate it. He's looking at me like I did something wrong. And so I go, yeah, so just take it easy and just do what you're doing. Sit here, drink some water, watch a football game. And he goes, I'm fine. He completely blows his stack. I'm fine. He puts his hands up. I'm fine. And Diana, I could tell she didn't like that. What she wanted to say was, what the fuck are you yelling at him for? But she didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just went, oh, okay. All right. Take it easy. We're heading out the door. Bye-bye. So that was like the strangest reaction ever. So then before we left, I said to Diana, I go, because Diana's staying at, thank God, she's staying over at Jackie's house taking care of their dog. So then I go, I'm driving over there. I go, well, it's real easy. He stays in that seat. And this is perfect because normally I'm constantly cleaning everything he touches on a normal day. And it's just a handful of things he touches. Bathroom door in his bathroom, which I don't go in. Refrigerator handles. Microwave handles. The cabinet that has the salt. And the remote control. There is nothing else that he touches. And he leaves a snail trail behind him everywhere he goes. So this is textbook. This is ideal. So I just clean everything constantly. So, all right. So that's weird. He's got it. I don't. This morning, he wakes up. I go, hey, Kevin, how are you, buddy? Hey, Erica. Okay. Feeling okay? I'm fine. He does it again. So I'm like, I think he's frightened to some degree. And I think that he is compensating and hiding that by doing that, oh, I'm fine thing. You know what I mean? Question. Josh says, how did he get it? He didn't go anywhere. He did. He went to the wedding. We had a super spreader event. So whichever one of you fuckers had COVID, thanks for coming to the wedding. The wedding of the century super spreader event. All right. So that's the breaking news around the household. Kenny blames Kyler for it. Sarah says, wasn't me, I kept my distance. That's not true. You were hugging and kissing everybody. Come on. COVID's weird because, like Maureen writes, my husband had COVID but wouldn't test till he was forced into it. What is he, a rockhead? I lived with him all week with no precautions, and I didn't get it. It's weird. And then I'm like, boy, so I feel sick. My throat is sore. I'm coughing. I test negative. What is going on? All right. So that's basically how Thanksgiving started for us. So then I'm like, all right, we go. Extended family. We had a second super spreader event at Charity Scam Mike's house. We're looking at probably it's a very modest size home, and we were packed to the gills. Every one of us probably had COVID. Holy shit. It was, COVID be damned at this point, and I that's the way I'm choosing to live at this point. I will go ahead and get all the shots. In fact, as I told you, I love getting the shots. If I hear I'm due a shot, I'm going to get a shot, and like with a heart on the whole time. So, I'll do that, and I'll test. But I'm just going to kind of keep doing what I'm doing. And the reason why I feel comfortable doing that is because of the shots. Because of the shots, people don't die as much. People don't get as sick. And at least that's what I'm telling myself. You choose to believe what you want to believe. I don't care. On the way there, okay, if you've ever driven at the peak time, and we were on the road in the absolute peak time for travel, automobile travel, and you're looking at areas of Michigan that are like no man's land, these small little towns where no one lives, but the interstate goes through it, and it was like bumper to bumper on the New Jersey Turnpike. It was intense how much traffic there was. And now when I drive, it is all bumper to bumper, but except for me, the car ahead of me is usually about 8 to 10 car lengths in front of me. Now imagine this. There's 500 cars, and it looks like Talladega. Everything is bumper to nose, except me. If you did a drone shot over that little swath of traffic, it would be everybody's bumper to bumper, but in front of me is like 8 car lengths. No big deal. And Diana says, why do you drive like that? And I'm like, drive like what? With all of that space in between you. I go, do you feel the urge to do that? To close that gap? She says, yeah. I go, well, that's wrong. What do you mean? Everybody's going. I go, I'm going the same speed as them. All I have is a fucking safe following distance. Now, I don't pride myself as the greatest driver in the world. In fact, a lot of times I can't even back out of my own driveway without crashing into somebody. I have been doing that all of my driving life, smashing into someone behind me. But this is the critical time. This is when you're going the fastest. If something bad happens, there's a great risk that something terrible could happen to you because you're going fast. And the reaction time's less. It makes sense. I go, that's appropriate. That's what you're supposed to do. Well, not only does she disagree, everyone else in the car disagrees. Come on, Dad, go faster. I'm like, look at the cars around us. I'm next to them. We're all going the same fucking speed. The guy behind me doesn't agree either. So I get a guy up on my ass, and then as soon as he gets a break, he cuts off the guy to the left. I'm in the right lane. He's on my ass. He cuts the guy off in the left. But he doesn't even blinker. He just kind of drifts right into it, and then he gets right in front of me. And when he's barely ahead of me, yanks the wheel over, gets right in front of me as he's passing me. Holy shit. Such a fucking bold move. And then he's gone. And then you know what? Okay, hang on a second. Hello, I'm podcasting. Is this an emergency?
No, I just gotta tell you something. It's something that you need to know.
Is it while I'm actually podcasting right now. Do you want me to put it on pause?
It's not like a bad. Oh, it is a bad thing, but it's like.
Okay, hang on.
It's not a big deal. Oh, it's very similar as you. Just listen.
Hold on a second. Time out. Everything you say is being heard by a lot of people. Do you want me to stop that so that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very small fact.
Okay, hang on. I always get paranoid. You two don't go anywhere. You stay put. Oh boy. Intermission, and I'll be right back. Breaking news. Madison's boyfriend just tested positive for COVID. Oh, fucking shit. It was Madison. Full name Asher, by the way. Great name. Madison and Asher in the back seat. And Diana and Eric in the front. On the way back, Diana's complaining of sore throat. You know, now I'm like, oh great, my dad. Shit. Okay, so there's that. Yeah. No biggie. Nothing. Ha. Diana's complaining of sore throat. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Anyway, guy fucking passes me. And then he goes and fills in all of that space. He goes as far as he can go, which is the car that was right in front of me. And now he's right in front of me. So I let off the gas a little, and I'm now that distance again. He has now traveled 8 car lengths ahead of me, and that's it. That's how he's going to drive. And then what he's going to do then, and it's bumper to bumper, he then proceeds to keep cutting in and out, and he's getting nowhere fast. And I'm like, why? What? This is what, and then what's going to happen is you're gonna make that one fatal mistake, and there's going to be a rollover accident. Fucking freeway's going to shut down. Bodies are going to go flying out of the thing. Oh my God! But no, it was all cool, all good. The food, oh Jesus! At Charity Scam Mike's house, they must have gotten up like at the crack of dawn, because when I walked in, he did it right. This is what I was talking about. He had roasted oven turkey, and he had smoker turkey. He did 2 turkeys: Cajun smoked turkey and regular traditional turkey. He did both We had the stuffing, macaroni and cheese. Everybody brought something fantastic. My sister/stepsister, Sue, made a homemade cheesecake that looked like it was purchased from a fucking store. You made this? Oh, fantastic. There was so much food that I plated my food, and it was one of those those like Chinette type of plates, and it was completely weighing it down where it was almost like folding, and I couldn't even fit all of the food onto the plate. I ended up just like putting it on top. It was like a mountain. It was like that scene in fucking Close Encounters when Richard Dreyfuss's character is making the fucking Devil's Tower out of the mashed potatoes. No one gets that reference. Oh. Excuse me. And then a Thanksgiving tradition had to unfold. You needed, in order to increase the hunger for the meal, you needed to have that layer of disappointment that you can only get from the Lions playing football. And my God, they didn't let down. They didn't let down, and this was a subtle but unique way they did it. And this is what I mean by that. Going into the game, they got a little swagger because they've won 3 in a row, and driving there for the first half while the game was going on. I didn't listen because I was sticking to my thing of not paying attention because I get too wound up into the game. And I actually took a look at my phone, and it said they were down 17-14 as the second half started. They're in it. That's good. So I get to the house, Charity Scam Mike's, and the game is on. So now I have to watch it. And they're playing well. I was enjoying that. And then I'm listening to the announcers. Tony Romo is the color commentator. I think Jim Nantz. Yeah, Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. And they are like, the Lions are for real. Romo actually said at one point, Detroit is for real. When DJ Chark caught that touchdown pass. The Lions are for real. Now, of course, they ended up losing the game, but I still feel like they're a much better team and fun to watch. I enjoyed that, but you cannot go into a Thanksgiving meal with that type of victory. It needs to stay the same. So, yeah, they're much better. And yes, they're fun to watch. And yes, they gave one of the better teams in the league they gave them fits, a run for their money. But are they going to win that game? Fuck no. Come on now. Come on. When the Lions tied it with 23 seconds left, everybody at Charity Scam Mike's was like, well, that's nice. For a little bit. But that's going to be it. Ram adds to this, the Lions have cool uniforms. You're not kidding. I like it. I like how the NFL does that color rush where same color top and bottom. The week before, they did the white color rush with accents of blue. Yesterday, the badass gray or silver. Fantastic. And they played pretty damn good, man. Lions give teams headaches, at least lately. They didn't for a period of time, but likely they're going to regress now. So with 23 seconds left, of course, Jake Allen finds Diggs up the middle. And the thing is, as that pass was coming in that Diggs was going to catch, the guy was covered. He had to make a play, and the defender, I don't know who it was defending it, he had a shot to deflect that ball. With 23 seconds left in the game, radio voice Linda, her son immediately said too much time left. Absolutely. I would say the appropriate amount of time for the Lions to have a shot that after that field goal that we wouldn't feel bad would be 1 second. 1 second. If it was 1 second, I'd have felt okay. 2 seconds, no. And sure as shit, man, one play. They did one play, and they're in field goal range, and then they had 2 timeouts left. And so then they ran it once, and then Josh Allen ran it again, got it to the point where a field goal is kind of pretty much a certainty. But even then, the Bills kicker, he kind of was off, and it kind of barely went in. Kenny has tipped me off that Stu was at the game and that there was a fight right in front of him. I got to get the lowdown on this. If he's even up. I don't know if Stu is working today. I think I'm going to go to the hospital today and get a special, one of those COVID.
Hello?
Happy post-Thanksgiving, Stu McAllister.
Oh, man. How are you, Zane?
Hey, how about that game? You were there, right?
I was at the game. Holy cow.
Kenny is tipping me off that you witnessed a brawl at the game, Stu.
Yeah, two rows in front of me, a dude had to be escorted out by the police, and he did not go willingly.
What brought that on?
I didn't see it, but the guys sitting next to me said the guy who got tossed punched another person in the head.
Oh yes, was it lion on lion crime or lion on Bill crime?
It was Bills on Lions crime, and so the Bills fan had to go. And you know what? I'm okay with it.
So was it? At what point in the game did that happen?
Less than like 10 minutes left.
Oh, okay. So, first of all, that was a hell of a game to see.
Oh, as a Lions fan, you guys should be completely mad you didn't win because you should have won. The Bills were horrible.
Now, I only had my eyes on a handful of minutes of this game. I saw the Lions in I saw like the last quarter. They seemed to be able to move the ball at will.
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of felt that way the whole game, man. It was not what I wanted it to be. I mean, the end result clearly Bills win, but man, Lions are way better than I thought they would be.
That's what year. I think. I think that they've somehow improved dramatically in the last 3-4 weeks to a point where they're kind of giving teams that are have many more wins than them, giving them headaches.
Right. Is that good, though, or is that bad? Because, like, now they're going to have a mediocre draft pick.
Oh, it's terrible. Lions fans need to understand that we will feel no better about the next 10 years because of this year. That's how this is going to be, you know?
Yeah, oh, yeah. The guys sitting next to me were Lions fans, and they were just like, Lions gonna lion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 23 seconds left. I'm surprised the Bills didn't score 6 touchdowns.
Well, I just kept thinking back to the whole Patrick Mahomes 13 seconds. I'm like, hey, we got 10 more seconds than Patrick did. We got it.
I still can't believe that the Bills fucked that up last year.
Oh, dude, it hurts my soul.
Yeah. Well, okay, so you saw it. Did you have a pal with you?
Yeah. We went. We had a good time. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if that's something I could do by myself to go.
Yeah,
you know?
Thank God. Yeah.
There's too much weirdness, too many Lions fans who might want to say something to you.
So were you dressed up in the Zubaz and the Bills jersey?
I had the Bills jerseys. I did not bring the Zubaz with me. I should have. There were a ton of Bills fans for sure. It was craziness.
Yeah, you know, they were in full force. That is impressive. Absolutely impressive.
They definitely travel well, and I think definitely it helps that the Bills are playing well this year.
It does, and you know, when you think about it, between those two fan bases, the two greasiest, slimiest groups of people in one facility, it's just shit. It's just it's like it's just a horrible hodgepodge of fucktards is what it is.
Well, it had an awful smell. It smelled of processed meats and desperation.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the hottest chick there is 20, but she looks like she's 65. No teeth. It's just shit.
Right. She's a 10 in Detroit, but a 2 everywhere else.
Exactly. Two horrible communities. They really are horrible places to live.
I got to tell you this: when we got to our seats, there was a piece of paper in the cup holder, and we looked at it, and we won a prize. Like they just randomly put this paper in the cup holder.
Yeah.
So I go to get the prize. And clearly I knew it was going to be Lion stuff, right? And so, because I got my Bill stuff on, the lady gave me the dirtiest of looks. she had no desire to give it. It was a license plate holder. She had zero desire to give it to me.
Fucking license. And you just immediately throw it in the grave. You should have just said thanks and broke it in her face. There you go, you dumb bitch.
Thanks for nothing. It was a good time, though, man. Ford Field was great. Lions fans were great. It was a good time.
Fuck you.
Thanks, man.
All right, see you. Get out of here. Stu McAllister, holy shit. Fucking asshole. Stupid Bills. Fuck you, Bills. Yeah, man. That's probably it. That's probably what it's going to be because now they're, I mean, the season obviously isn't over. They've played 11 games. They've got 4 wins, more than I thought they would have this year. And I think they're doing a lot of things right. I just hope they don't regress and just keep losing. I hope that they, go back to winning right away and rattle off a few more. It was, but we all were in the same mindset at Charity Scam Mike's. We're like, of course. Of course. Of course, that's how it unfolded. I wonder if Pooh Bear's awake. Pooh Bear. She should be.
Oh, you have reached Diana's cell phone.
Maybe not. So breaking news. Dropping like flies in the Eric Zane Show podcast household. Ah, man. COVID soon spreading to the 100-acre wood. That is a reference to Winnie the Pooh. I get it. Pooh, I see what you did there. Uh-huh. All right. While we were watching that game, I noticed that my dad was cheering. He watched the game thinking, I go, Dad, why are you cheering for the Bills? And it dawned on me that the Bills wearing the white jerseys with the blue pants and the Lions wearing all gray, he thought that the Bills were the Lions and the Lions were the Bills. I'm like, oh my God, so sweet. And then we had a discussion, and I told you that he does this with the dementia. He's forgetting that he realizes that his memory is not so good, and then he'll tell you, hey, I've noticed that my memory is not so good. Now he's been telling me that for years, but every time he tells me it's like he's breaking the news. He forgets that he's forgotten. Does that make sense? It's a weird type of delete button going on there. And it's incredibly sad. But we loved him up the best we can. All right. I'm not going to lie to you. I am a little concerned about did the COVID it had to have manifested at the wedding. And, of course, my dad was at the wedding, so there's that. And then Ash went with us to my dad's. And I'm just hoping that, just these thoughts run through your head when you find these things out while you're doing the show. But weird. Very, very strange. Okay, if you are watching the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I'm going to kick you to the curb on this Black Friday. Which, by the way, before I get to this, my God. All the world's bad news has stopped for a period of time, for like one day, because the Today Show opened up. They said, top story, travel, Black Friday, and leftovers. They actually said, today it's all about leftovers, Black Friday, and traveling. And I'm like, wow, that is rare to have a day off from the horrors that this world brings us for now. If you are watching the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and you want the rest of it, it appears every day uninterrupted on Twitch. That's the main platform behind this show, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. God, what the fuck? That's twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Or download the Twitch app and search Eric Zane Live, and you can get the show as it happens. Or download the audio podcast later in the day. I post it as soon as I get done with this. All the audio on all of the podcasting platforms are on my website, ericzaneshow.com. Okay. Thank you. I'll say goodbye to you now.